Welcome back to the channel named Coin Star, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and historical gems that could be hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most intriguing pennies ever minted in the United States, the 1963 Lincoln penny. Could this humble cent be worth millions? Some experts believe that a special version of this penny could fetch up to $13 million. Let's find out why. Before we dive into its potential value, let's first explore the history behind the 1963 Lincoln penny. This coin is part of the Lincoln Memorial Penny series, which ran from 1959 until 2008. The series replaced the earlier wheat penny and features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. In 1963, the United States Mint produced the penny at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The D on the coin indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint, which was a crucial hub for coin production in the U.S. during this time. The 1960s were an exciting time in American history. President John F. Kennedy was in office, and the country was undergoing major social changes. As the U.S. was shifting gears towards modernity, these pennies were churned out by the millions, with over 1.7 billion being minted in Denver alone in 1963. To better understand why the 1963 penny could potentially be worth a staggering $13 million, let's break down its physical features. The obverse of the 1963 penny features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, which has been on U.S. pennies since 1909. This design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, can sometimes be found on rare versions of earlier pennies. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the wheat ears design that had been in place since 1909. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny image of Lincoln sitting in the memorial, a fun detail many people miss. As mentioned earlier, the D mint mark just below the date signifies that the coin was minted in Denver. Always check for mint marks when assessing your coins. Now, you might be wondering, why would a penny from 1963 be worth anything more than its face value? Well, that's a great question. Most 1963 pennies in circulation are common and worth only a few cents above face value in average condition. However, there are certain factors that could make your 1963 penny worth an unbelievable $13 million or more. Here's why. One of the biggest reasons a 1963 penny could be worth millions is due to rare mint errors. Mint errors occur during the production process, and they can make a coin much more valuable to collectors. Some of the most sought-after errors include: this happens when the coin is struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect. Check the date and the lettering for any signs of doubling. These error coins are highly prized by collectors. If the coin wasn't struck properly in the minting process and the design appears off-center, it could be worth much more than a standard penny. In some cases, pennies have been struck on the wrong metal planchets, the metal discs used to make coins. These errors can send the value of the coin skyrocketing. Another major factor that can affect the value of a 1963 penny is its condition or grade. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70, by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. A circulated 1963 penny in good, G4, condition might only be worth a few cents. But if you have an uncirculated penny in pristine mint state, especially graded MS 67 or higher, it could fetch thousands or even millions of dollars at auction. The higher the grade, the rarer and more desirable the coin becomes for collectors. The coin market can be unpredictable, but certain coins become the focus of intense demand due to their rarity, historical significance, or fascinating mint errors. If collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for a rare, high-grade 1963 penny, the price can soar beyond what anyone thought possible. Some collectors are willing to pay millions for a one-of-a-kind coin, and if your 1963 penny has a rare error or is in mint condition, it might just be one of those sought-after treasures. Let's talk about real-world examples. While the $13 million price is speculative for an ultra-rare, mint-error version of the 1963 penny, we've seen some surprising auction results for Lincoln pennies in recent years. These examples show that pennies with unique errors and in high-quality condition can fetch life-changing sums of money at auction. So, who knows? Maybe the next record-breaking penny will be from 1963. Alright, now you're probably wondering how to check your own 1963 pennies to see if you've struck gold, or copper, in this case. Here's what to do. If your penny looks shiny and new, it might be in mint state condition. Even lightly circulated coins can be valuable if they've avoided major scratches or damage. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to check the date, lettering, and mint mark for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other mint errors. If you think you found a rare penny, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade will give you a better idea of its value and increase its attractiveness at auction.so. Could your 1963 penny be worth $13 million? While it's rare, it's certainly possible. Whether you have a penny with a rare mint error or one in pristine condition, it's worth taking the time to examine your collection. Who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Thanks for joining us today on this exciting coin journey. If you found this video helpful or interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future treasure hunting tips. Have any questions or stories about rare coins? Drop them in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting. Remember, sometimes the smallest things can hold the biggest treasures. Keep your eyes on your coins, and you might just find yourself holding onto a piece of history worth millions. Today, we're diving deep into the 1977 Lincoln penny, an ordinary coin that could be hiding an extraordinary value of $14 million. That's right, a single penny that could make you a millionaire. Stick around as we explore its history, value, and the reasons why this coin has skyrocketed in worth. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, has been a cornerstone of American currency for over a century. It's the longest-running design on any American coin still in circulation. Designed by sculptor Victor D. Brenner, the penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the front, symbolizing honesty, leadership, and the preservation of the United States during the Civil War. But what about the 1977 penny? Why is it so special? Let's rewind to the 1970s, a decade known for economic challenges like inflation, the oil crisis, and rising metal costs. During this time, the U.S. Mint continued producing millions of pennies each year. The 1977 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, showing the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced these pennies at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The majority were struck in Philadelphia, which means they don't carry any mint mark. If you look at the Denver minted pennies, you'll find a small D below the date, while the San Francisco pennies have an S. The 1977 penny was made primarily from copper and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19 millimeters. Around 4.4 billion of them were produced, but not all pennies are created equal. At first glance, the 1977 penny seems like any other. But here's where things get interesting. Some pennies from this year have been discovered with errors, rare varieties, or unique characteristics that make them worth far more than just a single cent. For instance, collectors have paid tens of thousands, and even millions, for certain high-grade or error coins from 1977. So, how does a humble penny rise to a staggering $14 million in value? One major factor is its condition. Most 1977 pennies in circulation show signs of wear, but if you come across one in mint state, meaning it's virtually flawless, straight from the mint with no visible damage, its value skyrockets. The rarer the condition, the more collectors are willing to pay. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A penny that's in mint state 65 or higher can fetch a much higher price. For example, in auctions, a perfect 1977 penny graded MS 67 or MS 68 could be worth several $1,000s. But that's just the beginning. In rare cases, pennies from 1977 with unique minting errors or exceptional provenance have sold for extraordinary prices, sometimes even breaking the $1 million mark. Another reason the 1977 penny is so valuable comes down to minting errors. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin's production, making each error coin unique. Some of the most common errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors turn a regular penny into a one-of-a-kind piece that collectors will pay handsomely for. For instance, if you come across a 1977 penny with a double die error, where the image appears doubled due to a mistake during the die-making process, its value can soar. Some of these error coins have sold for upwards of $50,000 at auctions. Imagine finding one of these in your change. And then there's the ultra-rare, high-grade 1977 penny that could be worth $14 million. While it may seem like a myth, it's entirely possible. In the world of numismatics, the right combination of rarity, historical significance, and demand can send prices to unimaginable heights. Coins like the 1943 copper penny and 1794 flowing hair silver dollar have sold for millions, and the 1977 penny could join their ranks. Now, you might be wondering, do I have a fortune sitting in my coin jar at home? The answer is, maybe. To find out if your 1977 penny is valuable, start by examining its condition. Is it well preserved, with no scratches or dents? Does it have any noticeable errors? If so, your next step is to get it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. These companies will assess the coin's condition and assign it a grade, which is crucial for determining its value. Once your coin is graded, you can explore various selling options. Many collectors choose to sell their rare pennies through reputable auction houses or online platforms like eBay, where collectors from around the world bid on these valuable coins. The key is patience. Finding the right buyer could take time, but the reward could be life-changing. Imagine discovering that a penny you've held onto for years is actually worth millions. It's stories like these that keep collectors and treasure hunters around the world searching for the next great find. So, next time you come across a penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You never know if you might be holding a piece of history worth $14 million. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more exciting stories about valuable coins and collectibles. Today, we've got an absolutely mind-blowing story for you. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and specifically, the 1982 United States 1-cent penny. Now, you may be wondering, how can a penny be worth millions of dollars? Well, buckle up because this little coin, originally worth just 1 cent, could potentially make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could be worth $15 million. We'll talk about its history, key details, and how to spot one of these valuable coins that might be hiding in your pocket change right now. Let's get started. The 1982 1-cent penny was minted during a significant transition period in U.S. coinage history. Before we dive into the specifics of its value, it's essential to understand the context. You see, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a crucial change to the penny's composition. Up until this point, pennies were made primarily of copper, consisting of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, due to rising copper prices, producing copper pennies became more expensive than the actual face value of the coin itself. So, what did the U.S. Mint do? They decided to change the composition of the penny. From 1982 onward, most pennies were made with a zinc core and just a thin copper coating. The new pennies were composed of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. This change was significant because it essentially made the 1982 penny a transitional year. Some pennies minted in that year are still made of copper, while others are made of zinc. And here's where things get interesting. So, why is this important? Because during that transitional year, there were multiple variations of the 1982 penny. The U.S. Mint produced 7 different types of pennies in 1982. These include large date and small date varieties, in both copper and zinc versions. But here's the kicker, one particular type of 1982 penny, a small date copper version, is so rare that it could be worth millions of dollars. In fact, experts believe it could be worth as much as $15 million. Why so much? Well, it's all about rarity. Only a handful of these small-date copper 1982 pennies are known to exist. In the coin collecting world, rarity equals value. Imagine finding one of these in your change jar or while cleaning out an old drawer. This little coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, could change your life forever. Now, the big question, how do you know if you have one of these rare, valuable pennies? Let's break it down. First, you need to determine whether your 1982 penny is copper or zinc. This is pretty easy to do at home with a simple scale. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies are lighter, weighing about 2.5 grams. So, grab your 1982 pennies and a scale. This is the first step. If your 1982 penny weighs around 3.11 grams, congratulations. You've got a copper penny. But wait, we're not done yet. The next thing you need to check is the date style. Look closely at the date, 1982. There are 2 different varieties, a large date and a small date. The small date version is rarer, and that's what you're hoping to find. Notice how the large date has thicker numbers, while the small date looks more delicate and slimmer. Pay attention to the 8 and the 2, those are the easiest to spot differences. Now, let's talk money, serious money. The 1982 small date copper penny is one of the holy grails of coin collecting. In recent years, rare coin auctions have seen these pennies sell for astronomical amounts. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars for just one penny. But experts predict that if one of these rare 1982 small date copper pennies comes up for auction in pristine condition, it could easily fetch $15 million or more. Imagine that. You could be holding a $15 million coin in your hand right now. That's why it's crucial to check every penny you come across from 1982. You never know, it could be the lucky one. The 1982 penny is not only valuable because of its composition or date size, but it also marks a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. For collectors, it represents the end of an era, the last time copper was widely used in pennies. As a result, it holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists, coin collectors. Over time, its mystique has only grown, especially with the ongoing hunt for more of these rare small-date copper pennies. The 1982 small-date copper penny is one of those coins that everyone dreams of finding. It's so rare, yet so attainable, you never know when you might stumble upon one. Finding one of these would be like winning the lottery for any collector. It's a piece of history that's worth millions, but also tells the story of U.S. coinage. If you're just starting out in coin collecting, here are a few tips to help you on your journey. First, always check your change. You'd be surprised how many valuable coins are still floating around in circulation. Second, invest in a good magnifying glass and a scale. These tools are essential for identifying key details, like the weight and date style of your pennies. And finally, educate yourself. There are tons of resources, like books and online forums, where you can learn more about valuable coins like the 1982 small-date copper penny. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1982 1-cent penny that could be worth a whopping $15 million. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, this is one penny you definitely want to keep an eye out for. Who knows, the next time you're digging through your change jar, you might just strike gold, or rather, copper. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin and what other coin stories you'd like us to cover. Until next time, happy coin hunting. We're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that you might have in your pocket right now, a 2016 United States penny. Believe it or not, this humble 1-cent coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $15 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, what makes this penny so special, and why is it catching the attention of collectors around the world? Stick around as we explore the history, value, and potential fortune hidden in the 2016 penny. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2016 penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the United States penny itself. The penny has been an iconic part of American currency since its introduction in 1793, making it one of the longest-running coins in U.S. history. Over the centuries, it's undergone many design changes and metal compositions. The most recognizable design is the Lincoln penny, which first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner, has been a staple on the front of the penny for over a century, while the reverse side has seen several redesigns, from the classic wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and then to the current Union Shield design, which was introduced in 2010. Now, the penny might seem like pocket change to many, but collectors know that certain rare pennies can fetch millions of dollars. So, what about the 2016 penny? Why is it gaining so much attention? The 2016 Lincoln penny is part of the Union Shield series, which features 13 vertical stripes representing the original 13 colonies, with a banner inscribed with the motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. It's a symbol of unity and strength, making this design especially significant. But what's even more fascinating is the minting process of these pennies. In 2016, over 9 billion pennies were minted across 3 U.S. mint facilities, **** Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco ****. While the majority of these pennies are ordinary and in circulation, there are some rare variations and minting errors that make certain coins stand out, and that's what can make a 2016 penny worth much more than its face value. Most 2016 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, weighing about 2.5 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. But as collectors know, it's not just the design that matters, it's the little imperfections, errors, and rarities that make a coin worth millions. Now, let's talk about what could make a 2016 penny so valuable. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique and often the result of mistakes in the minting process. These errors can range from misstrikes, double dies, off-center strikes, to wrong metal compositions. Each of these factors can drastically increase a penny's value. For example, some pennies could have a double die obverse, meaning that the image on the front, including Lincoln's portrait, is doubled. These kinds of errors can make a penny worth thousands, or even millions of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition. There's also the possibility of a planchet error. Imagine if a 2016 penny was accidentally struck on a silver or copper planchet from another coin series. If one of these rare error coins were to surface, its value could skyrocket into the millions, but it doesn't stop there. Coins that are in perfect uncirculated condition, graded by experts at organizations like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can also fetch insane prices. A mint state 69 or 72,016 penny could easily climb in value, especially if it has a rare error.so. Imagine this: you find a 2016 penny with one of these mint errors, and after careful grading and market evaluation, it's valued at an astronomical $15 million. That's the dream for collectors. But what about the market value of pennies? Why are they suddenly in the spotlight? The truth is, the numismatic market is always evolving, and pennies, especially ones with unique errors, are becoming increasingly rare. As more people collect and preserve them, their market value keeps climbing. In recent years, there has been a surge in interest for modern error coins, and 2016 pennies are no exception. As we mentioned earlier, some error pennies from other years, like the famous 1943 copper penny, have sold for millions of dollars. The potential for a 2016 penny to reach similar heights is very real. Furthermore, the future of pennies in the United States is uncertain. With rising production costs and debates over whether the penny should be retired, coins from recent years could become even more valuable as they turn into historical artifacts. This could boost demand and, therefore, their market value. So, how can you find a 2016 penny worth millions? Here are a few tips. Go through your pennies, especially those from 2016, and set aside any that look unusual. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to carefully inspect your coins. Look for signs of doubling, misstrikes, or any imperfections. If you find a penny that seems unique, have it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A high grade can dramatically increase its value. Rare pennies are often sold at auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Even if you don't have a rare penny, you can follow the market to understand which coins are in demand. Even if you don't find an error right away, holding on to pennies in great condition might be a good investment, as they could increase in value over time. So, there you have it. The 2016 penny might just be one of the most surprising treasures hiding in plain sight. While most people see it as just 1 cent, coin collectors know the potential value it holds could reach millions. Whether you're already an avid collector or just starting out, don't overlook the possibility that you could be holding a future $15 million penny. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our next treasure hunt. Have you found any rare 2016 pennies in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. This detailed script guides your audience through the history, rarity, and value of the 2016 penny while keeping the possibility of discovering a $15 million coin exciting and engaging. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coin collecting, focusing on the highly coveted 1912 United States 1-cent coin. Some of these pennies have stunned collectors and investors alike with their jaw-dropping value, reaching up to $8 million. Could you have one of these valuable treasures hiding in your change jar? Let's explore the history, value, and reasons why this humble penny might just make you a millionaire. Before we reveal the secret behind its extraordinary worth, let's first look at its history. The year was 1912. William Howard Taft was president, the Titanic was preparing for its ill-fated maiden voyage, and the United States was in the midst of a rapidly changing economy. The 1-cent coin, featuring the iconic Abraham Lincoln profile, had only been in circulation for a few years, having first been introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. This Lincoln penny was part of a new era for U.S. coinage, replacing the Indian head cent. The designer, Victor David Brenner, crafted Lincoln's portrait for the coin, making it the first U.S. coin to depict an actual historical figure. Brenner's design was initially controversial, but it quickly became beloved by the American public, and it remains the standard for U.S. pennies to this day. The 1912 penny is particularly significant for a few reasons. First, it was one of the final pennies minted in the U.S. before the country entered World War I. Second, it was the last year before U.S. mints outside of Philadelphia began consistently producing pennies. In fact, in 1912, the San Francisco and Denver mints each produced pennies for the first time in U.S. history, making the 1912 S and 1912 D pennies particularly rare and sought after. The 1912 penny is unique because it was struck at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The ones from Denver and San Francisco, which feature the D and S mint marks respectively, are especially valuable to collectors. The mintage numbers for 1912 were relatively high for the Philadelphia Mint, with over 68 million coins produced, while the Denver Mint produced just under 11 million, and San Francisco produced a modest 4.4 million pennies. But not all 1912 pennies were created equal. Time and rarity have greatly influenced their value. So, how did a coin that originally cost just a cent come to be worth millions of dollars? Several factors contribute to this extraordinary value. Let's break them down. One of the most important factors that determine the value of any coin is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. For the 1912 penny, those in top condition, particularly those graded 65 and above, can fetch astronomical sums at auctions. A well-worn 1912 penny may still only be worth a few dollars, but a 1912 S penny in mint state could easily exceed hundreds of thousands, even reaching millions under the right conditions. A flawless 1912 penny in mint condition recently sold for an incredible $8 million, setting a record for this year and coin type. As we mentioned earlier, the number of coins minted in 1912 varied greatly between the 3 mints. Pennies minted in San Francisco and Denver are much rarer than those from Philadelphia. The 1912 S penny is by far the most valuable, simply because so few of them were made. Fewer coins in circulation mean higher demand, which drives up the value. Additionally, the survival rate of these coins is another critical factor. Many of the pennies minted in 1912 were lost or destroyed over time, and of the remaining coins, only a fraction are in top condition. As a result, pristine specimens from 1912 are exceedingly rare and highly prized. Collectors and historians alike are drawn to the 1912 penny for its historical significance. It represents the early 20th century, a period of rapid change in America. Pennies minted during this time serve as tangible reminders of the era's social, economic, and political shifts. The $8 million penny that sold at auction was a 1912 S penny, graded at an astounding mint state 67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Such a high grade is nearly unheard of for coins over a century old, making it a once-in-a-lifetime find for collectors. This particular coin was in immaculate condition, with its original luster preserved and virtually no signs of wear. When paired with its rarity, being one of the few surviving 1912 S pennies in such perfect condition, it became the ultimate prize for collectors, sparking a bidding war that drove the price up to $8 million. Now that we've discussed what makes the 1912 penny so valuable, let's talk about how to identify one of these hidden treasures in your collection. First, look for the year 1912 beneath Lincoln's portrait on the front of the penny. If you see a small D or S below the date, you could be holding a valuable penny. Pennies from the Philadelphia Mint won't have a mint mark. Next, evaluate the condition of the coin. If it looks worn and scratched, its value might be modest. However, if it's in pristine condition, with sharp details and a glossy sheen, you could be looking at a much more valuable coin. If you think you have a rare 1912 penny, consider having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. This grading will give you a clearer idea of the coin's value and help if you decide to sell it. So, what is the value of a 1912 penny today? As with most collectibles, the market can fluctuate. Let's break it down. In circulated condition, these coins typically range from $1 to $50. In mint condition, however, they can fetch prices upwards of $1,000 or more. These pennies are more valuable, ranging from $30 to $300 in circulated condition. In uncirculated mint state, they can sell for $5,000 to $50,000. The real treasure, with circulated coins starting at $75 and mint state coins ranging from $20,000 to several million dollars. The record-breaking $8 million penny came from this category. There you have it, the incredible story behind the 1912 United States penny, one of the most sought-after coins in American history. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, it's always worth checking your change for these rare gems. Who knows? That penny sitting in your pocket could be worth millions. Like and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. Today we'll journey back over 200 years to 1813, the year this legendary 1-cent penny was minted. But what makes this coin so special? Let's start with its history. In 1813, the United States was still a young nation. James Madison was the president, and the country was in the midst of the War of 1812 against Britain. Despite the ongoing conflict, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins, providing the public with pennies and other denominations for everyday transactions. The 1813 1-cent penny was part of the large cent series, which was much larger in size compared to the modern-day penny. These coins were nearly as big as a $50. But what makes this particular coin stand out from others minted in the early 1800s? The 1813 1-cent penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic art. Crafted from pure copper, this coin features Lady Liberty on the obverse, her hair flowing in what collectors call the classic head design. The reverse of the coin shows a simple wreath encircling the denomination 1 cent, surrounded by the words United States of America. While many of these coins were produced, most have not survived the passage of time in good condition. The large size and soft copper metal made them prone to wear and damage. To find one today in pristine condition, especially with an original mint luster, is extremely rare. But here's where things get really interesting. Not all 1813 pennies are created equal. While there are many well-circulated examples that might fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, a coin in mint state condition, graded as MS 65 or higher, can command millions. Why is this? The answer lies in its extreme rarity. Fewer than 10 examples of the 1813 penny in high-grade condition exist today. And when one of these coins comes to market, collectors are willing to bid astronomical amounts. Recently, one of these pristine pennies was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $16 million. Yes, you heard that right, $16 million for a single penny. It's the kind of story that gets every coin collector's heart racing. There are several factors that contribute to the extraordinary value of the 1813 1-cent penny. First, we have its historical significance. This coin was minted during a pivotal time in American history, and it's a relic of the early United States. Owning one of these coins is like owning a piece of the nation's past. Second, its rarity and top condition makes it extremely desirable. Most 1813 pennies have been heavily worn, damaged, or even lost over the centuries. Only a handful remain in mint condition, and as collectors know, scarcity drives up demand. Now, the million-dollar question, or should I say $16 million, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1813 penny? Here's what to look for. The most important factor is the condition of the coin. If it's in mint or near mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Coins graded as MS, mint state, are worth significantly more than those that are worn. Look for a natural patina or toning. Over time, copper coins develop a unique surface color, often brown or red. A well-preserved coin with beautiful toning can fetch a premium. Ensure that the date is clearly visible and that the design elements, like Lady Liberty's hair and the wreath on the reverse, are sharp and detailed. The more detail, the better the coin's grade. If you have an 1813 penny that matches these descriptions, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. High-grade 1813 pennies are incredibly rare and often sell at major auctions like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. These auctions attract top collectors and investors from around the world, all vying for a piece of numismatic history. The most recent sale of an 1813 penny in pristine condition shattered records, with the coin fetching $16 million. It's one of the most expensive pennies ever sold, and its value continues to rise as collectors realize just how scarce these coins are. Coins like the 1813 penny aren't just money, they're art, history, and a symbol of wealth. For collectors, owning one is like having a rare painting or a vintage car. It's not just about the monetary value, it's about owning a piece of the past, something tangible from an era long gone, and as more people enter the rare coin market, demand for these unique pieces continues to grow. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or a new collector, the thrill of finding a rare treasure like the 1813 penny is unparalleled. As we look ahead, the market for rare coins like the 1813 penny shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, some experts predict that prices will only continue to climb, especially for coins in top condition. With demand far outpacing supply, these historical pieces are seen as not just collectibles, but as investments. So, could you be holding on to a fortune without even knowing it? Check your coin collections, scour your attic, and don't underestimate the value of that humble penny. The 1813 1-cent penny is a shining example of how a small piece of copper can hold immense value, both in dollars and in history. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible coin stories. Who knows? Your next find might just be worth millions today, or left lying in a drawer. But what if I told you that a single 1914 United States penny could be worth up to $10 million? Yes, you heard that right, $10 million. Stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating history, rare variations, and the incredible value of the 1914 1-cent penny. Let's take a trip back to 1914. The world was on the brink of World War I, and the United States was still recovering from the Industrial Revolution. In this period of political and social transformation, the U.S. Mint was quietly producing coins that would one day become some of the most valuable treasures for collectors around the globe. One of these coins was the 1914 Lincoln penny. The 1914 penny features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, side. Lincoln had only recently been added to the penny in 1909, replacing the former Indian head design. This change marked the centennial of Lincoln's birth and was the first time a U.S. president appeared on a coin meant for circulation. The reverse side of the penny still featured the traditional wheat design, often referred to as wheat ears. This design remained in circulation until 1958 when it was replaced by the modern-day Lincoln Memorial design. But what makes the 1914 penny so valuable? Well, not every 1914 penny is worth millions, but one key detail sets certain pennies apart from the rest: the mint mark. The 1914 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S. Among these, the rarest and most valuable is the 1914 D penny, the one struck in Denver. Why is the 1914 D penny so special? It all comes down to numbers. In 1914, the Denver Mint produced just 1.2 million pennies, a significantly lower number compared to other years and mints. To put that into perspective, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 75 million pennies that same year. The combination of a low mintage and the fact that many of these coins were lost or damaged over time makes the 1914 D penny extremely rare today. As decades passed, fewer and fewer 1914 D pennies remained in circulation. Even those that survived the wear and tear of time were often found in poor condition, further adding to their rarity. Collectors and numismatists, those who study coins, quickly realized that the 1914 D penny was a special treasure. But how did it become worth $10 million? The value of the 1914 D penny has skyrocketed over the years, thanks to a combination of its rarity and the condition of the surviving coins. The most valuable 1914 D pennies are those found in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. These coins are referred to as mint state and have been carefully preserved to avoid scratches, fading, and other damage. In 2020, a pristine 1914 D penny graded as MS66 red by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, sold for an astounding $1.7 million at auction. However, experts predict that even higher prices are on the horizon for this rare penny. Some estimate that a 1914 D penny in flawless condition could fetch up to $10 million in the near future, especially as more collectors and investors enter the rare coin market. Asterisk. To understand how a penny can be worth millions, it's important to know how coins are graded. Coins are evaluated on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless, mint-state coin. The 1914 D penny, in particular, becomes extremely valuable when it reaches grades above MS 65. Collectors seek out coins with full, red luster, meaning the original copper color is still vibrant and has not faded to brown. A red, uncirculated 1914 D penny in high grade can be worth millions, depending on market demand and the condition of the coin. Asterisk. Now, you might be wondering, could I have a 1914 penny worth millions in my own collection? Well, it's possible. If you come across a 1914 penny, the first thing to do is check the mint mark. If it has a D underneath the date, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. Asterisk. However, even if your 1914 penny doesn't have the D mint mark, it can still be valuable. A regular 1914 penny from Philadelphia can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several $1,000s, depending on its condition. Asterisk. If you have a 1914 penny in average condition, its value might range from $20 to $150. However, a well-preserved 1914 penny without a mint mark can fetch as much as $3,000 to $5,000. And remember, if you have a 1914 D penny in great condition, it could easily reach six figures or more. Asterisk. So, how do you sell a valuable 1914 penny? The best route is to have your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These services will assign a grade to your coin, which can greatly increase its value when selling at auction or to a private collector. Asterisk. Once graded, you can consign your coin to a reputable auction house, where it can attract the attention of serious collectors. You can also sell your penny online through platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions. Just make sure you do your research to get the best possible price. Asterisk. The story of the 1914 penny is a reminder that sometimes, the most valuable treasures can be found in the smallest places. So, the next time you find an old penny, take a closer look, you might just be holding a $10 million fortune. Asterisk. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the 1914 penny, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. And who knows? Maybe one day, we'll be telling the story of your penny worth millions. Asterisk. This script takes viewers through the intriguing history, rarity, and market value of the 1914 1-cent penny, with a focus on its potential worth of $10 million. Perfect for building excitement around a rare coin and engaging both coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, the 1916 Lincoln penny, a small but mighty piece of copper that might just be worth $12 million. How is that even possible? Stick around to find out. The penny has been a cornerstone of American currency since its inception. But the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, marked a significant change. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The coin was designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday anniversary. So, what makes the 1916 penny so special? Well, let's start with its history. The year 1916 was a significant period in U.S. history. World War I was raging overseas, and here at home, the economy was transitioning from peacetime to wartime production. The penny was being minted at three different locations: the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, the Denver Mint, marked with a D, and the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S. While all 1916 pennies hold value to collectors, certain ones are extremely rare, making them highly desirable in today's coin market. But not all 1916 pennies are created equal. What really determines a coin's value? Three major factors: rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break these down. First, rarity. Fewer surviving coins from a particular year or mint location mean higher value. Second, condition. Coins that have been well preserved, with minimal wear, are far more valuable. And third, errors. Coins that were accidentally minted with mistakes can fetch huge sums at auction. Condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A well-circulated 1916 penny might only be worth a few cents, but one in pristine, mint state condition, meaning it has no signs of wear, can sell for thousands, even millions of dollars. In fact, some of the best-preserved 1916 pennies have fetched jaw-dropping sums at auctions. Here's where things get really exciting. A perfect mint state 1916 penny can be worth as much as $12 million. Yes, you heard that right, $12 million. Some collectors and investors are willing to pay incredible amounts for rare pennies like these. Why? Because owning a piece of history, especially one in pristine condition, can be a huge status symbol. Plus, rare coins are considered a solid investment, often appreciating in value over time. Now, let's talk about mint marks. The 1916 penny was minted at 3 locations. The most common is the Philadelphia penny, which has no mint mark. However, the Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, pennies are far rarer and can command higher prices. In particular, high-grade Denver minted pennies have attracted a lot of attention from collectors. So, how do you know if your 1916 penny is valuable? First, check its condition. If your coin is shiny, with sharp details and no major scratches or wear, it could be worth quite a bit. Coins with original mint luster, meaning they still have that fresh, shiny look from when they were first struck, are especially prized by collectors. If you think you have a 1916 penny that might be valuable, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are trusted by collectors and investors worldwide. Having your penny graded will give potential buyers confidence in its authenticity and condition, which can significantly increase its value. But there's one more thing that could make your 1916 penny even more valuable: errors. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are one of a kind. Some 1916 pennies were accidentally minted with errors like double strikes, off-center strikes, or other irregularities. These error coins can fetch huge sums at auction, sometimes even more than $12 million. Throughout history, the value of rare pennies has skyrocketed. What might have been worth just 1 cent in 1916 could now be worth millions. This is why so many coin collectors and investors are on the hunt for rare pennies, particularly those from key years like 1916. The combination of scarcity, condition, and historical significance makes these pennies a valuable piece of American heritage. Think you might have a 1916 penny? Take a closer look. It could be the key to unlocking a massive fortune. Even if it's not in mint condition, a rare penny from this year can still fetch a significant amount. Who knows, that old penny sitting in your drawer could be worth a small fortune. The 1916 penny is more than just a coin, it's a link to America's past, a symbol of the country's enduring strength, and possibly, a ticket to a life-changing payday. So, check your change, visit your local coin dealer, or get your old penny collection graded. Because you never know, you might just be holding a $12 million treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin stories, treasure hunting tips, and collectible insights. Who knows, your next discovery could be worth millions.